freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?
Patriots, this is Secret Service Sam. Welcome to Samson's World. Happy Monday. It is the holiday Monday for most people. You're either sitting at work or you're sitting at home off for the week. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm happy you're doing it, and I hope you are having a great Monday here. It's a hot one here at Samson's World. I'm just getting maybe breaking news that the MyPillow CEO, Mike Lindell, is projected to win the Minnesota governor primary election. Is that true? Could it actually be true? I'm looking here on Twitter. Mike Lindell, 54%. Lisa DeMuth, 20%. Kendall Qualis, 16%. Phil Parrish, 6%. Whoa. That guy is a whack job. If that's true. Somebody said we will sleep better at night. From pillows to politics, Minnesota bedtime stories just got real. They really said anyone but Waltz. I mean, what Republican could win in Minnesota? This is terrible news for Republicans to win this race. Republicans need a Glenn Youngkin type of candidate. That would be wild. This really is the best timeline, isn't it? The Trump bump, Republican primary. Awesome. Let's go. Real. He will be the best Trump simp ever. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is nuts. Let's get into it. Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. That's right. It's yours. It's mine. And I'm just spinning it around for you. Who's here? Greetings all the way from the Emerald Ireland. What's happening, Bohemian Airways? So nice to have you here today. Thank you so much for joining us. It is my pleasure. Silky Sweet, how you doing? Hello, Sam. Did you go to and watch the things I sent you? I did see some of them, Silky Sweet, I will admit, and I'm going to also, claim that my dog ate a little bit of my homework, but I'm going to pull it up now. Hang on. The dementia patient says something that you'll never see after seeing Erica Kirk on TV. I did not get to watch that. Nothing came up. It's just a screenshot when I go to that. Hang on. Let me look. I do appreciate you sending me stuff. You and Action Packed have been sending me some good items to check out. Let me see. Interesting. Lots of different areas in here. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating when I say there's a real authentic Erica and a double. The double is the one in the spotlight giving us Chucky Bride vibes, while the real Erica is probably in the witness protection with Charlie. So now people think it's a different Erica. I don't know. I don't know if I'm biting onto that one. But maybe. I've never paid attention to her before this. I see you've sent me some pictures. Very cool. Thank you, Silky Sweet. I love this. Yes, they are very interesting. Yeah, it's just I just don't trust her, man. Look at this. We'll break this one off. Of course, you guys saw Nicki Minaj. What a sellout, man. Of course they couldn't get Cardi B, man. They got Nicki Minaj. You can have her. Nobody wanted her anyway, and that's why she's with you guys. It just gets so silly when they don't know that they're just being bought to say racist things and come out of your mouth. So they think, oh, this is what all black people think, or this is, and Nicki Minaj, I don't even know if she's black. But it's like she represents hip hop and everything. So this is like the ultimate selling. She's like, yeah, let's give it up for our handsome, dapper president. I'm like, girl, please, come on. How bad do you need the money? I mean, they paid a lot of money for that event, and there was a lot of disgusting stuff said at that Amfest, Amfest, whatever they like to call it. Let me play you a clip from this. This is, I mean, this was kind of wild. Here's what they had. Nicki Minaj slipped up and about JD Vance. This is great. Check this.
And what do you think about for young men? For young men.
And for young men, don't be new scum. Yes, see, dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin JD Vance, our vice president.
Wait a minute.
And when I say that,
Did she really just now think about this? I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but did Nicki Minaj just say that JD Vance allegedly was the assassin of Charlie Kirk? This was the most awkward shit they could have ever paid anybody to be a part of. This is amazing. This is when I say this is God. For anybody who likes proof of God, it's when they tell the truth.
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine.
It's cool. I've been on a tour for like the last 3 months and people have been talking shit about me the whole time. So that's nothing, girl. Oh my God. No, but JD did not do it though. Seriously.
Yes, we did.
What is that? I don't know what people are yelling in the audience. Can you guys hear that? You're killing me. I don't know. What is it saying? Hold on. Let's see if we can rewind it a little bit.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. What?
I love you.
Minaj.
And then look at what Charlie, this is what everybody is clipping this together. Look what Charlie said about Nicki Minaj.
Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't. Minaj.
Uh-oh. Wait, what? What did Charlie say about Nicki Minaj? Are you serious?
Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't.
Now, who cares what he really thinks, but they do. That is crazy. She actually said that. I mean, it's in there was, how about the other slip? Let me find Erica Kirk's Freudian slip where she said we're grifting. Oh, this is it. I can't believe, how did I miss this? Sorry, guys. I'm bringing this in right away. Let me bring this poptacular in. You're not going to believe this clip. Okay. Come on in through the interwebs. Bring the clips in. We are Santa's elves. We've got some calls from Nick Reiner. I mean, we've got some crazy stuff today. Where is that? Come on, folks. Here we go. Hold on. Guys, if you're just now coming in, this is Samson's World, where court, comedy, culture, and your universe collide. What the heck? See where this is coming? Yep, you heard correct. She actually said that. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Nicki, for going on their show and doing that. That is just hilarious to me. Oh man, that's what I did every. Just bringing it in, guys. Here it is a Monday afternoon. Come on. Where is it? Here it is. This is great. Now, if you guys want proof of God, you ready for this? Are you out there ready for this? Good. You? Okay, good. Here we go.
Devastating loss of Charlie Kirk. Despite the devastating loss of Charlie Kirk, my incredible husband at UVU, Caleb has persisted with the same gift. Grit.
Whoa.
It has been a long day.
liking what we're talking about. We're back. Hang on. We're back. Can everybody hear me? Yep. Can you guys hear me? We lost it there for a second. Oh my gosh, they didn't like I was talking like that.
At UVU, Caleb has persisted with the same gift. Excuse me. Gift. With the same grift. With the same grift. With the same grift. Gift. Grit. It has been a long day.
So
Trust me, you're not a grifter, honey.
I know
good.
that. Trust me, honey. We know grifters when we see one. Erica also slipped up words when she had to go from Brain as her iPad and monitor failed to work. Somebody said that when she said something, about the the Egyptian plane, that her iPad turned on or something crazy. Guys, welcome to Samson's World. If you're just now tuning in, this is where court comedy and culture and your universe collide. 3i Atlas, as you know, on Friday, December 19th, passed through our universe. It's now Monday. It's been a few days. We haven't heard a lot. I've got some old stuff from it, but geez, I just don't know what to think about this whole Erica Kirk situation. It's all weird. These big, super mega WWE style pageants they're throwing. The guests are awful and racist. Listen to this. This dude is awful. Benny Johnson. Have you guys heard of him? He's as bad as Nick Fuentes. This guy went on he made Dave Chappelle look like Jinx Monsoon. Look at this.
I want to say it as clearly as possible. I wanted to speak very quickly, and I want to say it as clearly as possible. Why was Charlie Kirk taken from us? Well, God is the author of life and death, obviously. It was God's will. There's nothing outside of God's will. God didn't make a mistake. Charlie is now a martyr.
By the way, this whole event, they're all talking about how Charlie was killed, all this about Charlie. I mean, I think even Charlie at this point would be like, y'all are using my name. I respect that, but damn. I mean, it's just weird. It's just such a weird thing that's happening right now and being treated as normal.
But who pulled the trigger?
Listen to this.
Well, let me tell you. As somebody who knows a lot of people who've been briefed on all of this, who've seen all of the evidence, and all the available evidence is empirical and demonstrable. The person who pulled the trigger is part of the demonic transgender ideology that warps the minds of our young children, that poisons them, that is antithetical to creation itself. God called on us. I maketh you man and woman. God doesn't make mistakes. Transgenderism is a lie from the pit of hell. And I'm sick of seeing transgender violence and murderers in my country.
Are you serious? Is this a South Park episode? This guy is scary. Let me pull up the stats so we can get some facts up in the house. Siri, what is the difference of transgender mass shooters compared to white male shooters? Isn't that guy scary, Benny Johnson? Hey, what's up, Action Pack? Welcome to the talk. Yeah, straight psycho. Did you see how excited he got? Did those people even realize what they were cheering for? Do you realize in speech they're like, and I will never get up and we will raise it above and above. And it's like, whatever you're saying, dude, they were with him on that. Are you sure about that? Hold on. Siri, what is the difference between transgender mass shooters and white male shooters statistics? Okay. Debunking trans terrorism. He even said in his speech, and we're gonna keep going. I mean, I think there's more of this disgustingness.
And what has made me so angry about this moment is that it should have been a unifying moment for us to all say, what a horrid and wretched ideology. Now it's time to kick in doors, right? Come on, FBI, do some door kicking. Round them up. The violent Antifa members, the Trantifa members.
They're so good at these nicknames, the Trantifa members. You really think trans people are out there like this? Are you kidding me? He's been known to hook up with young men at these kind of events, allegedly. Yeah, grinder sessions. Yeah, all these dudes are in the closet. Sam, they are ridiculous, cheering for a liar and money-grubbing person. Why do people follow people like him and Erica and others, and all they say is lies? And yeah, they just go for money. Absolutely, Silky Sweet. This guy is on a whole nother level. If this is like a rival, what do they call it? Like a, like in their tent, like a...
It's time, okay? Use this as a moment. That should have been the moment, but we didn't have that moment, sadly, because there was too much tearing at the seams. It's time to focus, ladies and gentlemen, on what's truly ripping the true evils, demonic evils that are...
We need to focus on white supremacy is what he's saying.
Ripping this country apart. Yes, this is the ideology that took Charlie from us. And what was the last words that Charlie said on Earth? He was actually answering a question about transgender violence.
No, he wasn't.
God.
The last words, he was answering a question about who commits the most mass shootings, which is white males, right? But then Charlie said, are you including gang violence? And then, as we know, he was shot. Hunter Kozak was the last guy to ask him that question. He didn't say anything about trans shooters. Now, social media accounts with a history of anti-transgender rhetoric frequently and falsely accuse transgender people of crimes, particularly during mass shooting events before facts are known. There's no evidence of escalating violence committed by LGBTQ people, extremism, and domestic terrorism experts tell PolitiFact that there are no widespread threats of growing radicalization of violence from transgender. No. Transgender kids are just trying to get by. They don't have time. You know who has time? Is like those little white dudes like in rural places that don't have a girlfriend. They're angry at everybody who does, and they have access to guns. And they've been hunting since they were 10 years old. He knows not to be irresponsible with a gun. Sure, Pops. But this is what happens. That's who's mostly doing it. Disgruntled little white kids not getting any, and mentally ill. Clearly mentally ill. Sorry, I need to start with that. Let me just see. I'm just trying to get some stats here for us. Misinformation about... In the 2020s, right-wing sources in the United States falsely claimed that transgender people committed disproportionately higher rates of violence, such as mass shootings or terror attacks. Additionally, various hoaxes misidentified perpetrators of violent events as being transgender. This misinformation is primarily spread on social media and has been amplified by Trumpist voices such as Donald Trump, Shia Raichik, and the Heritage Foundation. Gender demographics of mass shooters in the United States. Oh, this is funny. I got to bring this in. This is too good not to show you guys. Just like let's be actual and factual about this stuff. Hold on. This is hilarious. Cisgender men, which I am. I'm a cisgendering. Check this out, guys. If you're just tuning in, this is Samson's World, where court comedy culture and your universe collide. If you have something you want to talk about, drop it in the comments. We have a little short show today because I got to do some stuff with the kids. Also, I'm doing a Pilates class at 3:30, working on my back shelf. You guys know how that goes, right? Can never have too much of the back shelf, as they say in the business. Anyway, let's continue with this asshole.
God was sending us a message. Let us heed that message. And I have good news for you today in closing.
Look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the House of Representatives has passed a bill to ban child mutilation in America. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to hear this. I need you to hear this.
Whoa.
Health. Laser focus.
Dude, this guy's just peddling trash. Do they really think, why are they giving, let me show you this freaking pie chart, you morons. That's it. Okay. So let's go through this. Hang on. So gender demographics of mass shooters in the United States from 1996 to 2024. Cisgender men, 97.5%. Okay? Go look it up yourself. Cisgender women, 2%, 2.03%. Transgender men, 0.51%. So what are we doing here? There's a chart. You see it. Do you see that yellow in the chart? That is trans men. Do you see the purple? That is everybody at the Amcest Festival. Those are the facts. What are they talking about? Why are we wasting time on this? People are starving in the streets. People are hungry. Grocery prices are up. Nothing is affordable. People are dying. And they really expect us to believe that they, by the stats, 97.5% commit all the mass shootings since 1996 to 2024. We don't have 2025 in. I don't think there's been that much of an uptick. It's crazy. It is so crazy. And it says analysis of the topic have noted that transgender people are substantially more likely to be the victims than the perpetrators of violence. According to subject matter experts, disinformation casting transgender people as violent is used to legitimize anti-trans violence. And I mean, guys, when? Just show me one time you've seen a trans shooter. Are you freaking kidding me? Let's be real. This is dangerous rhetoric. So this guy is just full of shit and lying. But who knows? You know, the truth will come out. Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. Stay woke. Kim Kardashian. Here's Kim Kardashian crying because she did not pass the bar. She has 18 nannies. She has 15 BBLs. Nobody feels bad for Kim K. So let's watch this and try to laugh. Please try not to laugh.
A wall.
I've hit a wall.
I'm like absolutely gonna cry because it's like exhausting.
Oh my God.
I threw my back out and it's like
I threw my back out because I let the entire Laker team take a swing on my backside because my mom thought it'd be a good idea to do a sequel to the sex tape.
every
I'm in so much pain. They blew my back out. Damn you, Chekovich. Damn you, LeBron. You are the king. You're the king.
every time I like think I get to another step, like something pulls me back.
Yes, like, I don't remember what his name was, but I think it was number 14, and he kept pulling me back. I was trying to get away, and he kept pulling me back, and it was so bad.
And it's just like something, there's all these roadblocks and it's just
There's all these Laker players, is what she meant to say. There's all these roadcocks. Oh my God, they're everywhere. They're all around, and I'm used to it, but I'm so tired.
it's like I'm not like a pity party kind of girl, but
Yes, you are. Pity, but you are the definition of a pity party girl. Yes, you hard. Oh my God, I'm not a pity party, but it's hard. Spit roasting gets so tiring.
Like last night, I was like, why the is this happening? I can hardly walk.
Because you invited them over, I can hardly walk. Have you ever had a foursome? Maybe 5 to 7. I don't know how many are on the court. 5. I had the starting lineup of the Lakers. It was like so hard to walk. Oh my God.
It's like really a lot. It's like now I'm
Yeah, it was so much. Like if you add it all up, at least 7 feet of heat.
really, really get it. I had no clue it was going to be this like emotional.
I know. A train. Oh God, that train was rough. Oh my God. Choo choo, come on, ride a train. Go chico and ride it. That's what they said. Train. Kim said, come on, man. I mean, dude, if she can't pass the bar, I mean, come on. That's pathetic. She has nannies, tutors, you name it. Fame. She has every right to get it. And I'm so glad they did not pass her because she's trash. She ends allegedly. Anyway, let's move on. We've got some phone calls from Nick Reiner, just kind of showing some of the crazy, maybe not so crazy. One of these calls, he's saying how they didn't believe he was crazy, so he threw a rock through a window at this place. Check this out.
I was like, if I'm alone, any number of terrible things can happen. It's best for...
Hang on, this is his acid trip. This is the one where he throws a rock through the window.
Wellbutrin, did it cop it on the street?
The way I got Wellbutrin is actually really fun. I was at a Lena Lodge, and I don't know if I told this last week, but they refused to give me meds. So to prove I was crazy, because they were like, you don't need any meds.
Yeah,
and I was like freaking out. And I was like, you don't think I need meds? And they're like, yeah, we think you're just all up to an act here, and this is all...
And I wonder if this is not going to play well to his insanity plea, or will it play well? I don't know.
Just fake. And I said, okay. And then I went back to, the Roost. Remember the Roost?
No.
That's what they called the little barracks.
Okay.
And
cool.
I was like, how do I show these motherfuckers that I'm crazy?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll throw a rock through a window. Yeah. So I started walking.
Dude, I threw a rock through a window on accident at 6th grade camp. It was terrible. It was like second day there, and we were all throwing rocks at trees and stuff, and somehow, sometimes you throw it's just like a wild pitch, and I did that, and I threw it through the window. So angry. Everybody thinks I did it on purpose, and I really didn't. It was a true accident. But they put me in a barn for a day, man. They locked me in a bar. That was the 80s, dog, where you could do that shit and nobody was on social media reporting people or CPS or anything. They locked me in a barn. My brother had to bring me lunch. They're just like, you have your journal, right? I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, write about this shit. And they slammed me. They put me in a barn, and it had, I could see through it, but I'd have to, my brother come by and put lunch through. And he's like, I think they're going to let you out at like 6 p.m. tonight. Or I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. 6th grade camp, that happened. It was nuts. Anyway, I'm digressulating.
And they have this thing there that they love. That little church. It's not a church, really.
Yeah.
It's like
they were building that when I was there.
It's like a meeting room that is like has these big glass windows. Okay. And they loved it, and they always were like, Mrs. Delaney was here when they built this, and I hated that whole thing. So I took a rock and I started on the path, and I was going up this hill, and my friend Peter's like, where are you going, man? And I was like, can't talk right now, I just got to do this. Yeah. And I went and I threw the rock through the window, and some woman saw me, and she ratted on me, and then they put me on Wellbutrin.
Okay, Wellbutrin, what the hell is that, bro? Yes, from earlier on, Kim Kardashian. Oh my God, she's not even crying real tears. Her eyes are dry, and probably use these drops just before videoing to make the tears. Yeah, I think she has those Erica drops that she's also grifting, selling. Yeah, no, I don't think Kim. I think also her face is paralyzed from all of the Botox and surgery. That's just how they move their face. Why is this guy allowed in society at all? I don't understand. I don't know how they missed all these signs. It's very sad. Now that, at first when you heard this news, you're like, this is shocking. It's surprising. But now it's not at all. You know what I mean? This is something I would have said, guys, this is coming. This is sad.
I know about this. And my parents had already been through a long process of in and out of rehabs with me. So you know, like they'd see me do coke and heroin, so I didn't feel like saying I was on acid would be too big of a deal. So I walked into my parents' room, the lights were off, they were asleep, and I said, guys, I have something to tell you. And they're like, whoa, what is it? And I was like, I took acid tonight. My mom was like, oh, I can't deal with this. This. I'm going to bed. And she like ran downstairs and went and slept on the couch. And then I'm with my dad and I'm lying in bed, tripping my ass off, thinking about the Cleveland House of Horrors. And he's like, calm down, buddy. It's okay. I used to do this in the 60s. You'll calm down eventually. It won't be forever. And I was just trying to like, and he just talked me down for like 8 hours straight.
That's really sweet.
Acid. And
do you hear that? I hate to say it, but what a spoiled kid. What a disgusting, spoiled brat. Because Rob Reiner was such a great man, made so much great entertainment. I believe had a good heart. He just got a crazy kid and he did the best he could. And this is disgusting. Like, he wakes him up in the middle of the night, and this father, great father, sat there with him for as long as it took to talk him down. And he just talks about it so nonchalantly, like, oh, everybody's dad does this now. So this is very sad.
They never grilled me for it. They never, you know, and it just sort of was
I
like
think if I were parents and my kid came and volunteered information like that, that's like a really good way they handled it. Instead of being punitive, you know what I mean? They just were like helpful.
Yeah.
He didn't even realize it. Could you, this guy, Nick, sounds like just a hyper schizophrenic narcissist. Just sounds just like an awful, awful person. Like, no self-awareness. In his voice, you don't hear him. Most people are like, yeah, my dad. Like, if that were me, I'd be like, yeah, my dad's the shit. He's amazing. I love my dad. He's amazing. He's the kindest person I know. He'd give you the shirt off his back. I mean, who do you know that would let you wake them up in the middle of the night, high on acid, right? That's what he's saying. He went in there and his dad talked him down for 8 hours. He didn't even know how cool that is. Not cool, but that he was good. Yeah, he has no empathy, straight psycho. Yeah, you can kind of, you hear it in his voice. You see it in the eyes. There's definitely an absence in just looking at him. You can see it right away. Let me see.
Yeah.
So you sat in you were laying in bed. Were you in the same room as your dad, or?
Yeah, we were lying side by side.
Yeah, what do you think, dumbass? I love these interviews. Like, what do you mean? So you're like, yeah, no.
Oh my God. Looking up at the ceiling while he's...
See, a lot of people don't even understand a son and a father and their daughters being that close where they could lay together next to each other in the bed, even at that age. You know what I mean? It shows like Rob Reiner was, I feel like, a real mensch, which in the Jewish culture, that just means, you know, somebody will give you the shirt off their back. You know, we call a mensch is just a good person, humble, just does it for all the right reasons.
Told me about the 60s.
Oh my God, that's wild, dude.
Man, he's told me about the 60s. That's wild. Guys, if you're just now joining, this is Samson's World, where court comedy, culture, and your universe collide. 3i Atlas has been a little bit anticlimactic, if I'm being honest. Just doesn't seem like we have much. This is kind of one of the
What you're looking at is probably the fantastic images.
These are some good images of 3i Atlas, guys. These are the latest, and we can chat about it a little. But yeah, 3i Atlas has kind of been a little bit disappointing. I don't know what is going on, man. Everything is just so upside down right now. I mean, 3i Atlas, I don't know. It's as closest as it ever was going to be, ever is, supposedly. But I mean, it's really hard to tell what are the real pictures, what aren't. Let me see. What is this real quick?
A finger penis?
I did earlier. This is pretty funny. Hey, Action Packed, here is your clip you sent me about finger penises. This is pretty interesting. I've never heard this. So we'll lighten it up to end out the show today.
You went to check out a finger penis?
I did. Early on, when I was thinking about doing this book, I was talking to this woman. For some reason, she mentioned this. She'd seen a paper by a surgeon who had used a man's own middle finger to recreate a penis. He'd
How
had cancer.
appropriate.
And I, of course, pictured the man's finger taken intact with the nail and everything and just stitched in place and able to kind of move and beckon like a finger could, right?
Wow, that's hilarious.
Which is not, it's not.
I love to be able to stand naked in front of a bed and go, come here.
Come here.
That's actually hilarious. Just be like, come here. That would be so creepy, man. Just be like, hey, let me take your jacket. You know what I mean? Hey, you're too drunk to drive. Let me take your car keys. Hang them right here. That would be so weird. It would definitely point up, you know, or is it point down, you know, like the elephant trunk? God, you would hope to have a long middle finger at that point, because that's not a lot. Science is wild, action-packed. You're absolutely right. I have to be careful, though. I've been getting hit with some like kind of copyright violations here on YouTube by, I guess, playing some of these videos and talking about it, even though, I mean, it seems like everybody else does it. And I love, you know, I love kind of reacting to some of these other people's crazy stuff, but we'll see.
But here's the thing. They had a photograph, and in order to show how strong it was, they hung a ceramic water pitcher.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You know,
that is impressive, I have to say.
White with kind of red and green flowers.
Right.
What a picture. That's crazy. That is wild. I don't know. Do you believe all that? Science is wild. It is crazy. Guys, anything else before we get out of here for the day? Again, let me read to you, since we're clear on this. Transgender, if we're wondering gender demographics of mass shooters in the United States from 1996 to 2024, cisgender men, which is straight men, 97.5%. Cisgender women, 4%. Transgender men, 0.51%. So look this up on your own. Tell me I'm wrong. Provide me with the correct information. But I believe that. Every time we see this happen and we see a picture, it's always some weird looking kid, some, you know, white dude. Anyway, I'm digressulating. Yes, and that's what I'm wondering. Exactly, action pack. 97.5% is an epidemic. Why are they, you know, I mean, that's the crazy part. It's you're sitting there, and I'm tired of this demonic, like, bro, you are the demonic. It's your people doing this. We need to shut down the border and figure out what's going on with these white men. That is so funny. No, I think we want to open it up and let them out. Let them go to Denmark, you know, ship them all out. I mean, that's what it is. It's really, they're scared that the majority will go away. I mean, it's not that they're scared that it isn't a majority. They want to just keep some rule. Cut off immigration to white countries. Hilarious. No, that's exactly the opposite of what they're doing, action packed. But yeah, that's hilarious. No, they're shutting down immigration to brown and black countries, and they're open to, they're like, please, somebody from Denmark, please, South Africa. They're always, I don't know why. They just need to hang out in Los Angeles more and get some more diverse friendships, and they wouldn't be so scared of this like white absence. I don't know what it is. It's very weird. But I love you guys. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Let me see what else I got before we get out of here. Any late news? Mass recall of U.S. ambassadors leaves unprecedented global vacancies. Vince Zampinella, co-creator of Call of Duty video game series, dies at age 55. Dang, that's young. Far-right Smotrich says Netanyahu pressed him to legalize more West Bank settler outposts. This disease is on the rise. Many people don't know why. Nobody cares. Scromiting. Everybody knows about scromiting. That's when you hit the wacky tobacco. Yeah, Nicki Minaj is crazy. Oh my God. Thank God they just got Nicki, because nobody cares. Just keep us Cardi B. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all crazy right now. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't have all the answers or the words, but we got to keep fighting. That's for sure. I'm working on getting to be part of the Midas Touch network. So put those vibes out into the universe. I've been making some connections over there, and I'm trying to be another voice. I'm trying to get into the White House and talk to the president personally. I think that's what needs to happen. I need to go talk to some of these crazies, level with them man to man, confront the bully, because you're either a bully or you stop the bully, stand up to the bully. So that's what needs to happen now. We need somebody who can be strong with their words, but we're going to need a big team to back that person. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we'll see. Thank you. Yeah, no, action-packed. Like, I met this guy at a party the other night. I don't want to put any names out there just because, and I got to keep it down. Who knows if it'll happen? But I asked him, I said, I would love to work there and be a part of the network. It's just I love what they're doing, and they're one of the only ones. I mean, the whole space right now is filled with conservative podcasting comedians. So at least I'm coming in, as somebody in the middle or something, somebody just real and authentic and about what's right. AOC in 2028. I love AOC, but they are going to run Trump again. You guys realize the loophole is that he didn't run 2 consecutive terms. So that's what they're going to say. They're going to run him. JD Vance is discussing, by the way. JD Vance just said, hey, there's nothing wrong about being white. He is going full. He's saying Christianity is the religion of this country, which there's separation of church and state. We made it that way for a reason. Dozen Donnie is getting pretty sleepy. I do love AOC, but I hate to say it. America, the average man American man a lot of times might be racist, but if not racist, sexist. And they're not gonna put a woman in. It's gonna be very hard. You have to get somebody progressive in, get us out of this ditch, and then go for a woman. I would love to see a female president because I think females run this shit anyway, and they'd be best at it. But we saw what happened with Kamala. It's such a big risk because at the end of the day, you have men in all cultures who are going to be like, man, I don't want a woman president. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to get around that. And I just hate to say it, but you have to consider it. Hillary, Kamala, people don't want to, they're not ready for it. I don't know why. They said the same thing about Obama. Yeah, it's true. But Obama is at least a man. And I don't want to sound sexist. I'm just telling you the average American male is just not that bright. Kamala didn't have the popularity of AOC. Yeah, that's true. And I love AOC. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you can't even compare her and Kamala at all. Kamala wasn't ready. They just threw her in. That wasn't what she was meant to be, a vice president. She's good at that. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I don't know at all by far. But yeah, AOC would be good. I just think you need somebody like Gavin Newsom. AOC as vice president. I think that's a ticket. That's something where I would say, okay, you got a chance there. But it's going to be tough. They are going to be rigging it. They're going to try and go to war so they can call martial law so we can't have elections. This is all, I believe, coming down the pipe. It's, shit's going to get crazy, so hang in there. I mean, you heard Nicki Minaj, her first get. Yeah, guys, don't be Newscum. I mean, that's so childish. Gavin Newsom and his wife is cool. I mean, go listen to her speeches. She says, I would never teach any of my kids to grow up to be like Trump or talk to people like that. We talk with respect in our house. I like her. And I like Newsom too. Nothing changes under him, and we get a super fascist after him. No, JD Vance would be bad. He's evil. And he's like, yeah, Christianity, but like your wife, bro, is Indian. He's such a weird guy. He's got such off vibes. He's got the vibes that he would do anything for politics, anything for power, and that's not a cool guy. I don't know, guys. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been Samson's World, where court, comedy, culture, and your universe collide. Hope you guys have a lovely Monday. I'll see you here tomorrow. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of the world.
Can you freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?